Man, listen, y'all wanna know the best way to maintain respect with a broad? It all comes down one thing, man. You gotta maintain frame, man. You gotta maintain your masculine frame. And what do we mean by that? That means that you don't just walk around here, when you're kicking it with her, you always trying to be the comedian, you always trying to entertain her. I done talked about this before, man, but y'all don't get it. Because I get emails from some dudes, they like, hey man, I've been with this chick for some time and now she acting out of pocket, she always testing me, she disrespecting me. When I said dates, she flaking, you know, you letting her run the relationship because you trying to overcompensate for your insecurities. Maybe there's something about you that you ain't comfortable with, so you overcompensate. Man, listen, when you out on these dates, bro, do not try to be her entertainer, man. I done told you, when you out with a broad and you feeling nervous because first of all, you ain't on your purpose, you ain't on your grind, you ain't trying to get your bread up, so you don't feel like you deserve this chick. So you're trying to be over the top, acting like a clown. Man, listen, we ain't out here trying to stand up on the table juggling oranges, doing backflips, stand up on elephants and all this. We ain't here to entertain no broad, man. We gonna sit here, have an adult conversation. Whenever we kicking it, we always gonna be trying to maintain our frame. And I don't mean that you gotta be all stiff like, Jason Voorhees. I don't mean that. I just mean that you know when to be funny and when to not be funny. And when I say be funny, you ain't gotta be like Kevin Hart, you cracking jokes all the damn time. Because you know what happened when you lose your masculine frame? When you're trying to be her clown, that's when she tries to ask you these difficult questions. She always trying to act out of pocket. She's showing up for the date, an hour late, giving you flimsy excuses. That's what you're gonna get, man. She flirting with other dudes in front of you because you ain't up on game, She gonna ask you something like, are you always this quiet? Are you always this serious? Because she don't know. She don't know what you think. She don't know how to take you. You feel me? She thinking to herself like, hey, man, how can I test this dude, What he thinking? I don't know if he likes me or not because he's quiet. Because you ain't out here trying to be her clown, trying to let her run in everything because you comfortable with who you are. You feel me? Because if you with a broad right now and she always out of pocket, she always, arguing with you, always trying to bring up an argument, always trying to bring up some conflict, asking you difficult questions that you ain't got the answer to. It is simply because you ain't acting like a man. Do not try to be acting like her. Y'all buddies, it's like back in college, y'all bunking together and all that. She ain't your high school buddy, bro. She ain't your college buddy. Next time you out with a broad, just chill, kick back, lean back, let her do all the talking. Just ask a question and let her respond. If it goes to one of them awkward silence, man, that ain't your problem, man. Let her feel that silence. Do not never feel like you gotta say something to fill the silence in. Like, oh shit, what am I gonna say? Man, let it be. Let it marinate. Do not start acting like a clown, doing backflips. That's the problem. Y'all feel like y'all gotta, trying to impress him. You gotta do something to maybe impress him. We ain't impressing nothing, man. We ain't with it. We into stacking our braid up. We into letting them chase us. If they ain't finna do that, man, on the next one, man. That's what y'all gotta understand. And that's what I'm trying to teach y'all. If you don't like what I'm saying, man, you can tell the channel off, man. You know what I'm saying? If you trying to set up a date with a chick and she always flaky, she only gets one shot. If she flakes on the first date, man, you done. Ain't no pursuit, man. Forget all that. We ain't got no time to pursue no broad for years. We ain't got no time. Yeah, some of y'all be pursuing a broad for years, man. It's like you ain't got nothing else going on in your life, man. Come on. So if you with a broad right now and she acting out of pocket, she, always testing you, showing up for the date, showing up late on the date and all that, tighten up. Look at yourself. because she acting like that because of you. You losing frame. You acting like a broad. You acting like a clown. You Kevin Hart, and you trying to be her entertainer. Man, nah. And remember, I didn't say that you gotta be like the Terminator. You just gotta hold that masculine energy. You know what I'm saying? And everything gonna be Gucci.